Yeah, the people of Nigeria, we are at a moment of the truth about our ethnic relations. Killings by herdsmen in parts of Nigeria has dominated the national discourse since the past several weeks. It reached a crescendo with the heartless massacre in Enugu a few days ago. The truth be told, that in the 21st century, we are not supposed to be rearing cattle on the streets and roads of Nigeria. This culture did not start today, and I think it is about time to put an end to it. Not just for the killings alone, but for the environmental health hazard it brings about. Cattle harbor a lot of diseases that their exposure to unprotected communities can lead to serious environmental health hazard that could turn into a catastrophe. Anthrax, bovine tuberculosis, and tetanus are three major diseases that are associated with cattle. It is strongly recommended that Nigeria puts away cattle from major cities and on the streets of Nigeria through actionable policies that can restrict them to designated farms where they can be reared and transported to end users from there without having to have the kind of exposure that they have at the moment to community of human beings all around Nigeria. Taking a second look at the sophisticated arms now in the hands of cattle rearers, one cannot but wonder what the national security of Nigeria is all about if Nigerians are all allowed to carry sophisticated AK-47 in the name of protecting cattle, and which have severally been misused on innocent Nigerians. I think this is not good and has to stop in order to create the kind of violent responses that could lead to something very dastardly in Nigeria. Having said that, it is important to remind all Nigerians about our right to citizenship of Nigeria, regardless of our places and antecedents of birth. The Constitution of Nigeria makes it very clear that every Nigerian has the right
preventing HIV
to
and
be
having safe and healthy relationships
to
are an
live
important part of sexual health. We'll take you
and
through
pursue
an overview
happiness
of PrEP with PrEP
in any
101.
part of
We'll show you
Nigeria.
how to access PrEP and let you find out if PrEP is right
So
for
I
you.
don't understand
PrEP
why
is an HIV prevention option that works by taking one pill every day. PrEP's
some people have taken it upon themselves to label crimes committed by Nigerians and tie them to their ethnic nationality. That act is divisive, derogatory, despicable, and unacceptable. If not, it pulls us further apart and destroys our unique diversity. Every Nigerian should be proud to be a Nigerian and pursue happiness in any part of Nigeria where he finds himself without fear of attack or molestation by his or her host community. I want to passionately appeal to the youth of Nigeria that those who fan embers of this disunity in Nigeria do nobody any good but themselves because they are parasites on the emotion of our people and latching on our ignorance to deal us blows that have serious consequences on national cohesion and national security. It is important that if a Nigerian commits a crime, he should be punished as a Nigerian and not as a Fulani, not as an Ikama, not as a Yoruba man or an Igbo man. Well, out of every evil comes out some good. I did not know until just today that there are Igbos in the business of cattle rearing and who are doing almost the same thing as the Fulanis of Nigeria. The youth of Nigeria, this generation is yours. The Nigeria of the 21st century is yours. And you should run it in a manner that it doesn't matter anymore where anybody comes from in Nigeria. The brand is Nigeria, and we should all put our hands together to promote it without losing or compromising our ethnicity. That's what Nigeria should be. I will hate a situation where we will revert back to that same thing that destroyed us over 40 years ago, where over 3 million Nigerians were murdered in cold blood because of the greed of a few people. The story of Rwanda is still fresh on our memories. A country flowing with a river of blood of innocent citizens because of ethnic supremacy. This generation of young people will start thinking very constructively, not rush into action that will bring the nation pain. I think we are suffering enough, and our people have suffered enough. These people keep creating different confusion in order to divert us from thinking about the real challenges and looking for ways to permanently solve them so that we can have access to opportunities and build a foundation that is expandable where everybody can be guaranteed of prosperity. That's the Nigeria I think about. That's the Nigeria I dream about. That's the Nigeria I want to see. The youths of Nigeria, be careful of what you take in from politicians, because majority of them don't mean well for you. Majority of them have safe havens outside the shores of Nigeria. They have green cards. Some of them have foreign citizenship. If and when they are able to set Nigeria on fire, they are going to flee when the fire starts burning. And you, not me. I live in a foreign country. My children are not here. They are not coming into a Nigeria that's on fire. And I'm going to leave when Nigeria catches fire. That is why I am appealing. That is why I've decided to become a moderate voice on any issue pertaining to Nigeria. I don't want Nigeria to become Somalia, Yugoslavia, Rwanda, and Burundi, and even our near northern neighbor of Liberia and Sierra Leone. Nigeria cannot afford another bloody civil war. I don't care what the cost is. There's nothing that cannot be addressed. I think the president of Nigeria at this moment is capable of addressing this herdsmen issue. And I think efforts are already being made. How reaching the efforts are is what we don't know yet. But I am optimistic that he will be listening to some of these posts, videos and messages that are pouring out from Nigerians who are concerned as such. That everybody will have to put their hands on deck and look for a permanent solution to this menace. And it is very important to look very critically at the issue of these attacks. I believe that some of them are not really attacks orchestrated by the herdsmen, as been alleged. Nigerians take advantage of everything to cause mayhem in order to drag us into that war that we don't need. And it is very possible too that Boko Haram is morphing into something else by creating what they call a lone wolf attack across the country. Since an organized Nigerian army has been able to destroy their abilities to cause major damages, they are cowards who have resorted to hitting soft targets. This is a possibility. That is the reason why there should be a total end of grazing on Nigerian streets and in Nigerian cities. I was so surprised in February when I went to Enugu. Beautiful town. Then seeing a herd of cattle in the middle of the city, I was so taken aback. All that has to be put to an end. Politicians are fighting for power, and they are always looking for who to use. And who are those? The young people who they turn into cannon fodder. They give them guns, give them smoking money, and that's all they need. They burn down cities and destroy their future. Nigerian youth, just pause and ponder a while to think about what you are doing before you recruit yourself into an army that is fighting your generation and deny you of a future. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. This war is not for us. We should not be involved in any act that will destroy us and take our present and future away. Nigeria is a great country, beautiful diversity that must be preserved. Yes, we thought it was a fraud. Yes, out of a fraud, something good can come out. If the people in the fraud or the victims of the fraud make a strong commitment of allegiance to the country that we all now find ourselves, we can make Nigeria a very good place, better than the United States, because we have everything to turn this country into something very positive for us. God bless Nigeria.
Africa, unite, 'cause we're moving right out of Babylon, and we're grooving to our Father's hand. How good and how pleasant it would be